Don Chamberlain, Great Wave Engineering here again, down at Kevin's Genki Koi. I came down today to take apart the Eheim filter that we put together a couple months ago, see how it was looking. As luck would have it, it turns out the pump gave out on that about a week ago, and so I didn't have to go through all the agony of trying to get the thing disconnected. And so here it sits, so we'll get the water out of it and take a look at that media, see what we got here. So as we look into the top of the filter, we can see it's a lot cleaner than the flue balls I had on my quarantine tank. That's probably because the fish load and the amount of debris is a little more typical of your typical aquarium in this situation than it was in mine. So that's good news to see that that looks pretty clean yet. So there we've got all the media dumped out, and it's looking pretty darn good. Maybe just a little bit of debris here and there, but in general it's looking real clean, so that's good news. Here we've got the fine filter mat, and it's a little hard to see here. There we got a little better contrast. You can see a few flakes of media on top of it. This is the media side. Let's take a peek on the other side. This would be the side getting the dirt, and see what we would see. So it doesn't look half bad either. That's very encouraging. Here we've got the medium builder. There we go. We get a little bit of light back there. All right. So again, a little bit of debris, mostly just little flecks from the media, but I don't really see any dirt. A guy wouldn't have had to mess around with this thing at all at this point, so you could have easily run this for 3 or 4 months, I think, or possibly longer before you had to worry about it. Finally, here's the coarse media. Again, with that black color, it's pretty hard to see much, but there's really no debris visible on it on either side to speak of. I'll rinse it out a bit just for the heck of it, but you really wouldn't need it. And here we see the inside of the filter, and again, I'm amazed how clean it is. So I'm not sure, once again, whether the aquarium had a real typical load on it or not. We'll take a look at that in a second, and you guys can make up your own mind. But it certainly didn't accumulate much in the way of dirt. So here's the aquarium that it's been running on, and there's been more or less koi in here over the time. So it's certainly not a humongous load, but anyway, it's done a real nice job of keeping that water clean, that's for sure. Now it should be noted that this tank also has a sump filter on it in front of the canister, so obviously that had a big effect in terms of keeping things clean, whereas in the case of the flue balls I was running at home, I was taking the water out of the front of the main filter. In this case, it was picking up in the after the sump had done its job and filtering a portion of the water and then returning it back to the sump. So I'm sure that had a big effect on how much dirt that filter actually saw, but it was clearly able to handle whatever it did see with no problems. And I could imagine how that thing could have run at least a year before anybody had to mess around with it if the motor hadn't given out.